Naomi, we lost.
I don't
I
even know
don't
if
think
we're
she
on.
could
Are we
hear us.
on? Hey, everybody. Welcome to Married Lifers. Long time no see.
Can you hear us?
Hello, everyone.
Can you hear him? Ben. What the fuck? JD, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay. Naomi, can you hear us?
Dude, we were just all on, all good, and then it started fucking up as soon as you called.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear Ben. I
No,
can
we're
hear
all
Naomi.
on, but it's not letting us have any voices. Can you guys hear me?
Let's see. Oh no,
Can
not that
anybody
one.
hear anything?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Can you guys hear now?
Yeah, I can't hear Greyhound. I can
Oh
hear you, Naomi.
Okay.
Sheesh.
No, that's JD. Ben's on too.
damn.
Damn. I
Yeah,
can
I can
barely
hear
hear
you.
him. I can barely hear him too. I'll turn my shit up.
Look at the bottom. I had to hit my speaker. Like I
Yeah,
was
I hit
messing
that
with it
shit
and it
too.
was on, but I had to hit, it said default speaker, then speaker. Once I hit the regular speaker, it went back on.
Sorry about that, Kevin.
Let me see.
Is Naomi
Okay,
back on?
there's comments.
Oh, there you go.
Everybody's saying they could hear us. We just couldn't hear each other.
Oh yeah, I couldn't hear you. But so Greyhound's working on getting
Can you
on
hear
getting
him?
on right now.
Still going strong. And so it's unfortunate that bit. But just let my homie held me down. I'm holding my homie down. And the inside as I've always done.
Can you guys hear him better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I had to turn my air conditioner off. It was too loud, I guess. But
Yeah.
that means we can't stay on too long because I'll start roasting. Go ahead, babe.
Man, can you hear me?
Ben,
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah, I can hear him.
check your mic because I can't hear you at all, Ben.
Oh, you got it. Oh?
That was JD.
Oh, no.
We're like a mess as a group.
My mic is full blast.
So I know that I wanted this to be remembering Daniel. I've seen a lot of stuff online when it first happened, and a lot of people had a lot to say. There was some good, there was some bad, which is expected, but it's crazy and it's upsetting. You know what I mean? For me, anyways, to see people talk shit the way they are now that he's gone.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, a lot of people that are talking didn't know. They don't know the YouTube side of
You
him.
know, he was
They don't
unfortunately
know him.
working with, so they didn't want to be able to deal with him on that level. So I don't. And I get it, but for me, I wouldn't be upset by it. Let none of that. You know what I mean? Get you down or nothing like that. And then everybody's gonna try, all these people are gonna try to capitalize on my homie's name. You know me to the 15 right now because of what happened to him and shit. You know what I mean? But I was a good guy. You know, unfortunately, what happened. He always stood out in the public eye, inside and out, and there to be known where he's at. So, you know, and I get it. You know, he runs a lot of people the wrong way. You know, it is what it is. But I just want to say, you know, my homie's gonna be missed. All my other homies out there, you know, keep your head up. You know, it's nothing that we haven't seen or been through before. It's, you know, it's just part of the game. You know, I remember that movie that No Country for Old Men, and the sheriff in there, and he's like, how all these people die, you know what I mean? And he was like, they died of natural causes. He's like, natural causes, they're shot to hell. And he was like, yeah, it was natural to the life that they lived. And unfortunately, that's the life that we lived, you know what I mean? And it came back. It came back in true fashion. That's just what it is, you know what I mean? And my heart goes out to his family. Anybody was there or around when shit happened, you know what I mean? It's you know, this stuff is for everybody, and I'm not saying this is for anybody, period, you know what I mean? But those things stick with you know what I mean? So my boy wasn't just that, you know what I mean? There's a lot about him that was good, you know, and I know for me, you know, living this life, my homie held me down. He never broke me, never told on me, never did no dirty stuff, never none of that. You know what I mean? And I got the paperwork to prove that. But aside from that, just being with him when we stopped in grounds when we were younger, stopped in grounds when we were in the joint, stopped in grounds when we got out the joint. You know, my homie was always the same individual, true to form. He had your back. And he would give me the shirt off his back too. And anybody that's known him to know that's that type of individual he was. He was funny to him too.
That's what I was telling JD. I was like, I've been crying on and off because I'll watch our videos. And like me and him, we're always talking shit, and like in our messages too, going back and forth, text messages. Just I was telling you that earlier. Like we would clown on each other and talk shit, and it was never like getting offended. It was just funny. And I don't think like a lot of people knew that side of Daniel.
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. People that you know that were talking negative.
Emotional guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let people love him the wrong way, you know. Like the child, you know what I mean? Don't let that stuff get to you. You know, he's bad when people are doing things that, you know, he was capable of, or this and that, but, you know, now it's like, you know, all that know, or all I need to really know, you know what I mean? Anybody outside of that, it's not necessary. But we always live on. That was a good guy. You know, he's got to be dead. I remember those times when I was younger, I want to be like him, you know. And then, you know, when we came to the joint, he was now trying to follow in my footsteps. It's crazy how things work, you know. He was smart, full of smart. Don't get me wrong, I know he get really erratic. People just see those sides, you know what I mean? But my boy was smart.
And he was a smart ass. I said, and he
Yeah.
was a smart ass.
Yeah, he was like Trump, you know what I mean? When he
Oh my God. Please don't start that shit.
he did a backtrack on nothing, you know what I mean? It was what it was.
You're ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I can
Do you
hear
want
you
to say
guys
anything,
better.
JD?
That's how damn you was.
What's that?
I said, did you want either one of you guys want to say anything about him?
Yeah, me personally, Daniel was a good friend to me. I've known him for quite a while.
Hold on.
What's that?
I think I had the speaker too loud, too close to it because it was making you sound crazy. Go ahead.
Okay, shit, I see. Yeah, no, personally, Daniel was a good friend to me. Like Greyhound said, he was a loyal friend. He stood what he stood on, like what he believed in. He fought for what he believed in. I think people took his crash outs as that was his passion. That's how he tried to translate to you guys and make you guys understand his anger and his vision of what he was going through. And I think a lot of people just misunderstood him. They want to say a lot of people were saying right now on the internet, he had mental issues, he had health issues. Everybody, they can say what they want to say, and until you checked in and checked on him, and you would know, for Daniel personally, you would know his ins and outs. You know how smart he is, and as an individual. So for you guys to go on and now that he's gone, and then even use his pictures and shit, like half of you guys, I seen these YouTubers, Gunner and Dubs. You guys are talking shit like that. You had to follow. He still followed half of them. He still subscribed to all of them. You know what I mean? And like, it's just stupid for them to wait for him to pass away to use his shit. Like, he could have used it when when he was alive. And that hurts the most is where it's when people die and they want to capitalize on their name. And that's pretty sad because his name was better than what they're portraying it as.
Yeah, I agree with that because that's what I was telling you. The guy we were talking about in the comments when I tried to send him a comment, and I'm like, I think
Yeah.
my husband like couldn't understand why I got upset about that, and I was like, it's not that he used my video or my face. It was the fact that he said, I don't want to say their channel. I don't want to say her husband's name, but then you have my face plastered. So it's like there was two ways you could have did that. If you didn't want to say my name or my husband's name, our channel, then you could have, put a heart over my face or an emoji or something. You know what I mean? Or you could have
No,
cropped
exactly.
me out and just put Daniel. Or let's be real. I haven't been on here for almost 2 years. We haven't came online. You know what I mean? Daniel's had 50 million videos since then. You could have used one of him by himself. So I'm confused.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
my
well,
husband's like, he like at first he couldn't understand why I was irritated with that. And I'm like, it's not the fact that he used my video or my face, but it's the fact that like he went both ways. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say nothing about them, but I'm gonna use her face. Like, make it make sense. And then to get on here too and be like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you're taking shots at him after you say that.
yeah,
And
Exactly.
then you want to try to make it seem like allude to the fact that it's because he didn't like your channel. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Let's be so fucking for real. That didn't have
Yeah.
nothing to do with it.
The,
So
the
all these
one
women
too
think
with Dubs,
I
when he stated he sent him a $10 cash app or whatever the hell he said, that he could see the genuine looking down. It touched him. Like, bro, that's all you could send. You sees more than $10 a day. Like, for him to even mention that, like, that's some selfish ass ignorant shit right there.
yeah,
Self-centered. Like, he's just thinking about himself.
yeah, that's the sad part because I did agree with one of them talking about it, and he's like, if you didn't talk to him or fuck with him while he was here, why are you talking about him now that he's gone? Like,
yeah,
make it make sense.
yeah. They
And
wanted
it's
But
to
crazy
everybody was
because
on that
capitalize on his
bandwagon.
death. Yeah, yeah. They seemed like they wanted to capitalize on his death, but yeah, I mean, a lot of times the people, he definitely was misunderstood, where they didn't know him and they only saw the YouTube part of Daniel, and they obviously don't know him. There was a real good side of him. I mean, he was real influential. I mean, Daniel was well liked. That's
Hey Ben, I can't hear
they
you
only
if you're
saw the
talking
people
to
that
us.
he didn't like, and we
Ben,
all have enemies, and we all have people that we don't like, and so those are the very few that he saw, and those are the only ones he had problems with. I mean, you can go back and look at
I
all of
think
his
Ben's trying to
videos
say something, but we can't
and
hear him
all
at
the people
all.
that he had you know, that he
And
was he
JD
was good with.
fell off.
There were a lot of people,
I think
you
his
know.
his
So
internet or
it's
something,
just
because it was just
the
spinning.
sad part is
Ben,
it's like everything people want to always
I'm gonna
focus
try and
on the
text
bad
Ben.
and not on the real picture. You know, they only want to see one side, and that's the only side they see of them. You know, it's
Yeah,
always
I
going to
don't
be
know
the
what the
negative
fuck's
all the
going on.
time that, you know, we have to understand. But you know, us that know them know that there's a different side of them. And but I mean, but there's a lot more.
We can't hear you.
There's a lot more that were.
Ben,
Oh shit! You can't hear me at all. I'm just kidding. I don't know
he's
why.
talking away, but I can't hear
I
nothing
have
he's
my
saying.
volume all the way up, and I put these earphones on so I could hear
You can
better.
hear
I could
him,
hear you
Samantha?
guys. Can you say something?
I don't know what the fuck is going on. This shit is
Yeah,
weird.
I can't hear you at all. Let me see. I have another device. I'm wondering. I'm wondering if that's. Um,
Can you hear both of us?
can you hear me now? That's
Now
weird.
I lost him. I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude.
I don't know. You're
Okay.
in.
So
It says
Samantha's
I'm
saying she
in
could
the
hear both of
show.
us, but I can't
Everybody,
hear
it says
nothing Ben's
everyone can
saying.
see and hear
I don't know
me.
what the hell's going on.
Uh,
So I wonder if they can hear you when you were talking.
I don't know.
JD,
Yeah, my shit went out.
okay.
They
Can you,
kicked
I
me
know
out.
I've seen it spinning. Can you hear Ben? Because everybody else in the chat can hear him, but I can't hear nothing he's saying.
Ben? Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I can't hear him either. So somebody was saying that his niece was saying that she could hear him, and she could
Can
hear
you
me
hear
too,
me
but I
now?
can't. Yeah, I
I
can hear
can't
you.
hear you guys.
Oh,
yeah, I can hear you now.
Crazy. I
you
can't
were
hear
all
anybody.
talking, and I'm like, hey,
I don't know. Hmm.
Fucking
go
internet
ahead, Ben, say
nowadays.
what you were saying, because we couldn't hear you at all. Go ahead, Ben, say what you were saying.
Well,
We couldn't hear you at all.
can you hear me now?
I just heard myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Mhm.
Can you guys hear
I can
me?
hear you, Ben.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, no, I was just saying that a lot of people are they just see the bad side of everything. It's like with everything, they're gonna always point out the bad and not the good. And you know, where if they go back and look at all of his videos, they'll see that there were a lot of people that he had like as guests and stuff like that. That he was real good with a lot of people. A lot of people like Daniel. There were a lot more people that liked him that didn't like him. The ones that didn't like him, they were the reason why they stood out because a lot of them were, you know, the far and the few that were had channels and that's not that many. But I mean, he touched a lot of people where you know, a lot of people liked him. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That I mean, even you know, when he was on the streets, you know, I mean, if a lot of people didn't like him, they wouldn't have followed him. You know, or they wouldn't have, you know, broke bread with him, or they wouldn't have kicked it with him. Well, back in the day, in the '90s, there were a lot of neighborhoods that he had against us. He had like probably like 10 neighborhoods. So I mean that says it all right there. There's nothing else you could say right there. If you
Wow.
got 10 respected neighborhoods following you or riding with you, you know, that says a lot, you know, how influential you are and how long your word goes. So I mean he had a lot of influence on a lot of people. So that's the whole point is those that don't know him, don't know shit because they don't know how many people that like them. You know, Daniel was well liked there. The ones, and that's the whole thing. It's going to be pointed out all the time. The one he didn't like are the ones that are being pointed out, and those are few, and those are just personal things. Those are the ones that did bad, you know, according to Daniel in his eyes. But if you were good with Daniel, you know, I mean, he let it be known, and there were a lot more good. You know, Daniel had a lot more friends than enemies. Put it that way.
So I
You
try
know,
to,
that's what a lot of people need to understand. But again, it's the very few that they're going to point out, and it's going to, you know, they're just trying to make them look bad. I mean, but people that know them know the truth. That there were a lot more people that liked them and loved them than disliked them.
so I don't know if anybody else feels the same way I do, but I go
Yeah,
back and watch
I
them.
can't hear you guys on my end. Did you guys get all that?
Yeah, I could hear you. Can you hear him, JD?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Did you guys get all that?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah,
Can you hear him, JD?
yeah, that's crazy because I can't hear you guys.
Somebody was saying it might be the earpods.
Okay, let me
Give me a second.
So I know you go live too, JD.
Yeah.
Let's see if he'll come back because that was crazy. When I go back and I've been watching the ones of me and him, I'm like, sometimes they're cringy, dude. Because I know there's sometimes people have pointed out and been like, you looked scared or whatever. And I remember the exact moment I was so irritated and I was just like, I don't want to deal with this. And then I go back and I was like, I kind of did look scared, but that's definitely not how I felt. So I feel like when we get on these lives, sometimes like you go back and it's not portraying the way you are. And I would tell Daniel that too. I'm like, I kind of understand your when he got upset and would flip out a little bit. And I'm like, you get frustrated because you want somebody to understand what you're trying to say, but you can't say everything that you want to say. And it's like, you sound a little crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm like that. So those ones, I'm
Yeah.
like, when I go back and watch them, it's a little cringy.
Hmm. Yeah, he sure was outspoken. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
He had a.
Hey, Ben.
Okay, there it go.
All
Yeah,
Tim
right.
that's it.
said Daniel might have been a genius. Said he surprised the hell out of me, but about his knowledge, especially about politics and world news. Dude was not only street smart. I tell you that. I don't know why I wasn't reading it up there. I'm over here reading it all small.
Yeah, that's
He
the whole.
was.
That's the whole thing. Like I mean, you hit it right, Naomi, when you said that he was misunderstood, and he would get so frustrated because, it's easy for someone to get frustrated like that because they're not understanding what he's trying to say because they don't, they're not around him and they don't really know him to understand him. To
Mhm.
know him, we know. I mean, there's just like a lot of those stories where, I mean, we could go back on a lot of those lives where I'm on there with them, and I'm confirming all of them. I'm telling them Daniel has been through this, where they're not believing it, and they're thinking it's made up stuff, and I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm from a rival neighborhood. What reason would I have to lie about that? You know what I mean? Like I know what
Fucking
Daniel.
time.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah. Can you hear me? You there?
can you hear me, JD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can't hear anybody. This is
Oh,
fucking retarded.
yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't hear that earlier. Now I unplugged my Bluetooth speakers and
Ben,
hear you guys. Yeah, I can
I
hear
can't
you.
hear Ben.
Oh,
Yeah, I can
that's
hear you.
Honey, you're gonna have to start calling the other phone because it fucks up our live every time you call. Like I can't hear them. I don't know if they can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear
They could hear me now, but I can't hear them, so I don't fucking know.
Mm.
you. Oh shit.
Is Greyhound still on?
Oh shit, I think they got kicked off for a second.
No, she got.
Yeah, Ben, you're right, bro. That they just didn't understand him. They couldn't see what he was preaching and swallow it because it was too much.
Yeah, and that was a way for him to express himself. You know, he didn't. You know, it would just build up. It's just like, you know, when you get a lot of pressure into something, it just explodes.
Yeah.
You know, he could only take
That
it
was
for.
his passion. That's how he explained shit. It was crazy.
Yeah, he was just really really you know, frustrated. That was the whole thing. He's just frustrated
Yep.
where he's,
Frustration.
you know, because these guys are, you know, a lot of times these guys are thinking he's full of shit. You know, he's telling story. I'm like, yeah, you know, and I would mention it over and over. Daniel's been through hell. That's what a lot of people didn't understand. You
I
know,
can't hear shit still.
um, you know, you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
It says retarded.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you too, JD. Clear,
Yeah.
but I don't know what's up on their end. But
Yeah. I wanted to get on today too to, let everybody know too. Daniel was a great guy. He wasn't just what everybody's portraying him on the internet or whatever they're gonna say. You have to really know him to, I guess, to understand him because a lot of people didn't understand him or his vision or anything he was talking about. But I sure did. You know what I mean? We had some personal talks a lot. He came staying with me for a few months, and Daniel was one of those guys that you can count on. He was a true friend. He was loyal. You know what I mean? And that's all I can really say about him. I don't have a lot of back history with him. It's just I would say from 2000 and I would say 9 I met him. So from then and he
yeah,
he was writing. He did a lot of writing back then when I first met him. He was
you met
into
him.
his poet.
You met him when you guys were locked up.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, he
okay.
was. So Daniel was. I forget. He was. I seen him at the end of my sentence, and I was going home, and I don't know what it was. He was my next door neighbor, but for like 2 weeks we didn't talk, and then all of a sudden he started talking to me, and then started showing me these writings. And Daniel was quiet then too. It was weird. And then all of a sudden, like he was going home, and he started getting a lot of more. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it, but once he hit the streets, and I saw him on the streets, Daniel had a he tried to get across to everybody, trying to let them understand and feel the same things he felt. But I think it may not have came across to other people as genuine because they didn't know him. You know what I mean? And it was genuine. Everything he did. So yeah, I want to say send my respects to his family as well too. For their loss, and you know
Yeah,
it was a sad day for me.
they've gone through a lot, you know, and that's the whole history of their family, you know. Just with, I mean, him growing up, you know, I mean, it was always like that, you know. There in the projects, he grew up really fast, and you know, like I mean, we you know say it on a lot of his lives where Daniel, I knew Daniel before we were together in our breaking crew. He was like a 9-year-old, but I knew Daniel before that. You know, before I think I known Daniel since he was like 5 or 6. I mean, he was little, you know. But he's always grown up, you know, hard like that, and it wasn't by choice. It was by necessity, you know, and yeah, it's just the way he grew up really fast. But, you know, right around 8 and 9 years old. And that's when everything went fast forward for him. I mean, he saw a lot of things at 8 and 9 that grown men, barely see, or I mean, and it's not nothing to glorify or. But people shouldn't see it. Even a lot of stuff that he saw, at 8 and 9, as an 8 and 9 year old. You know what I mean? He was exposed to a lot of stuff at an early age.
Did you see the pictures he posted of him when he was younger like that on Facebook?
No, I didn't see.
No. I'll have
Who?
to send him to you because I have them.
Oh, really? No, like
Yeah.
I know he had one when he played for when he played baseball for, and I think it says they were called, and it was funny, they were called maybe Luke Crone Gangsters or Duperville Gangsters, I forget, but
Babe, what were they called? The baseball for Dupavilla, because you always tell me about that stupid
oh,
name.
the villains, maybe the villains.
They were Billy Gangsters.
Yes, okay, that was that one.
Maroon and gold.
Yes,
But
yes.
yeah, no, I have pictures of him for that he sent me to send to my husband. That was when he was like, I don't know, maybe second grade. I have to go back. I'll have to send him to you so you can see what I'm talking about. But they're school pictures of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I remember. And when he played baseball, he played. They would play their games at Bernie Park. I don't know if anyone will remember Bernie Park. Bernie Park, that's no longer there, but that was in the old Golden Gate neighborhood. So if you were going down 20th Street from the projects, you go south, and you would go past Jefferson, Washington, and then you would go past the railroad tracks, and that was Bernie Park, but that was Golden Gate's neighborhood, and that was a different neighborhood, but that park's not there no anymore. But like anybody that would know that, they'd be like, God damn, that's old. But I remember they would play their games at Bernie Park. I think that was through the Parks and Recreation where you play for the center, and yeah, I think that's what it was. It was through the Parks and Recreation. If Grayon, if you remember that, you remember that?
Yeah, oh, right there. That was before they tore it all down for the airport.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you're old then.
Yeah, we're all old, man.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's a good memory because unless people are from where we're from, they won't know what we're talking about. But that Golden Gate, Golden Gate Barrio was one of the oldest in Phoenix. That goes back to like the 1920s. But a lot of neighborhoods branched out from Golden Gate. But yeah, exactly where the airport is today, that was Golden Gate. So, and like the West Side, that's where the West Side started. All those West Side neighborhoods, they branched out from the East Side. There weren't any West Side neighborhoods. There was no Hollywood. There was no Wedgewood. There was no West Side Chicanos. Those all branched out from the East Side neighborhoods.
So I trip out on my husband because when I go to Phoenix, like he'll tell me, turn on this street or go here, and he'll start explaining. Like I get a tour from him and there, and I'm like, I don't know how you know all this. Like
Uh-huh.
I could tell you like where main stuff's at. Here, I couldn't tell you like every little corner store and shit that's still. And he's been gone from Arizona for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I just stays ingrained in your memory. But yeah, I mean, there's just stuff like that. People just want to talk about the bad, and they're gonna downplay the good. But like I said, there was a lot more good than bad with Daniel. But it's just with everything, the negative is always be trying to put out there, in front of everything.
And I get that part too. It's just frustrating and sad because you want to talk stuff. But I used to always tell Daniel too, like, stop getting so mad. Like, you can't control what other people are saying. So fuck them. You know the truth. But then at the same time, it still like gets under your skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. And he didn't. He just, like I was saying earlier, I think he was just so frustrated. It just, like it's hard because we don't know. We're not in his shoes. We weren't in his shoes. But it's hard because, where we know, just like, and I was saying a lot of things, verifying a lot, and people still wouldn't believe it. And I'm like, I have no reason to lie to you. I'm from a rival neighborhood, and I'll tell you what Daniel's done. You know what I mean? And they're like,
Yeah.
like, there's no reason for me to lie about any of this. I'm not getting paid. We're not getting paid to do this shit.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
people will believe what they want to believe, no matter if you have the proof in their face. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna believe what they want to believe. Alex said he sent me the one he had in high school. That was a green card. I have that one too. I have quite a few of them. He would send them to me to send to my husband, like
Well,
from back in the day.
what was it, Naomi?
His high school card.
Oh, like his ID card?
Yeah, his ID card.
Oh, was it from North?
I would have to look. I'll send you what I have.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, that attitude? Yes.
Yeah, Greyhound will always. Greyhound was a North High thing.
Yeah, he was.
North High. We all went to North High.
You wear a North High Mustang, babe?
Yeah.
How you
Red.
gonna go to North High when you're from the east side? That don't even make no sense.
No, North High is on the east side though.
No,
Yep.
I know. He told me that. I just always got to give him shit.
Yeah, that's like on the cutoff on the east side. But back in the 70s and 80s, we think where North was at, that was more considered the rich side. But like if you go where North is, like just across the street on Thomas, just that same street, there's a Phoenix Country Club, and they just built a wall there in like the 90s. But those are all like multi-million-dollar houses in there, like really, really rich. And like the owner of the Suns and the Diamondbacks, Jerry Colangelo, used to live in there. And yeah, it's really, really rich, right? I mean, directly across the street from North High School. That's what a lot of people don't know. And they used to have that golf tournament that's really big now. It's one of the biggest golf tournament in the world, the Phoenix Open. It used to be there. That's the Phoenix Country Club, exactly across the street from North too. But yeah, a lot of people don't know that aren't from here.
Yeah, when I was out there last time, his brother Tino had took me around and was showing me the north side. My husband's like, "Why is he taking you to that side of town?" I was like, "Cause that side of town had green grass." No.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know when the services are. Yeah, I was just bummed out. I couldn't sleep that day when I found out because it I know it's not hard to take when you know someone that goes through something like that. And yeah, it's unfortunate because no one deserves to go like that,
Tim said he always talked about moving too. So we were all talking about that before we got on live, because Daniel had sent me a message for the 4th of July, tell me happy 4th of July, whatever, and he was talking about moving out here. But I know he wanted to move to a few different places. I wish he would have, made it to Texas like he wanted to,
Texas,
and had his little girl. Yeah.
I don't know if he knew anybody, like if he knew or had family there. And I think it was just, the resources with him that, that he needed. He just needed that little push, that little first step to get over, and he would have been okay. And that was the only thing that was keeping him from going. He just needed just that little help, just little help. And
I think that might have been a part of it, but I think too, like JD was saying before we went on here, that it's hard to leave home. It's home. You know what I mean? Like, that's his home. That's where he grew up at. That's what I was saying. Like, I always talk shit too. Like, I want to move from here, blah, blah, blah. Well, even when I go on vacation for a couple days, I'm like, I want to go home. There's no place like home.
And that's all he knew. That's all he knew because, you know what I mean? And yeah, it is hard, you know, for anyone to leave. Yeah, I mean, just like I said too. I mean, the same way, you know, like even no matter where I go, it's fun, but at the same time, I'm still ready to come back home.
Yeah.
You know, and but yeah,
I
that's,
know.
we always talked about moving, and you know, just came up a little bit short on. It. I mean, those were in his plans, and I think eventually he would have gotten there, but you know, it was just unfortunate what happened. So other,
It's definitely sad.
And I wish he could have did it. You know what I mean? I wish he could have did it. I like hearing his last recording and stuff. Cause I had just talked to him a few days before that, and we talked about some of the same stuff. It sucks, you know what I mean? But you know,
okay,
I just feel like he gets to be with his Muhammad now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
no, there was a thing, you know, it just barely popped. I wanted with you guys, you know, one thing about Daniel, where that people don't know, you know, there's a really good side of Daniel. Daniel had a side of him, and you know, where the show, you know, he has Daniel had a lot of character. Where okay, I mean, it takes a lot for someone to go up to someone to apologize to someone, and that's the thing with Daniel. A lot of stuff that he did wrong, he went and he apologized. He went to Michael Carbajal personally to apologize by himself. You know, Daniel didn't have to do that. Daniel personally went up to Michael to apologize to him. You know, of course, Michael talked to him, and you know they were cool about it. They talked about it, and so that right there shows it. That takes a man to do that, and you know to let it go. I mean, even Michael's part, and he did. But he did, you know, when he shot up his house, and you know, and Daniel personally told me, he said, if I could take it back, I would take it back. I feel bad for what I did, and you know, I'm going to go apologize. And he did do it. You know, that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's what I was trying to remember. That's so I could let you know people know, because a lot of people don't know that side of him. They just see the bad side of him. They do not know, you know, Daniel had a heart. You know, so I mean that takes a lot of courage, balls, you know, character, you know, just you know all those good characteristics of a person to show that you're a good person to do that. You know what I mean? And you know, I could, you know, let you know tell you guys what he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, and he I remember that time after he got shot at, or we both got shot at. You remember he stayed here with me. You remember he stayed a couple of weeks with me, and so there was a lot of, you know, we got a lot out of, you know, just him staying there. We talked a lot of just about a lot of things. You know, I would ask him a lot of questions. Hey, when you know, and he would open up about a lot. I was like, hey, you were locked up. What were you thinking? You know, like you know, just like I would get a lot of his thoughts, and he would share a lot about what happened. And I was like, were you were you bored in there? Oh shit! Hold on, my cats are fighting. Can you hear them? Hold on, my cat.
I heard something.
Yeah, my cat.
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Mine is up there,
There's one.
messing up all my pillows and whatnot.
Can you see that cat right there? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was scrapping with my other one. But no, that's you know a lot of people don't they don't know that side of Daniel, you know, and so they you know just like everything, it's going to be bad that they're going to talk about, but yeah, I mean you know it takes a lot of you know a lot of balls to do that, you know, to go apologize, you know, to own up what you did wrong, and you know get it right, and he did that, but he did that with people that didn't do him wrong. Just like I said, the ones he had problems with are the ones that he thought that did him wrong, and that was it. Daniel had a lot of friends, you know, but like we were talking about, he would open up about a lot of things, and he was just like, when he was locked up, he would just say that he always would think about what everybody else was doing. I was wondering, you know, and then I showed him where I was living when I first moved in like '94, and then he was like, we were like laughing about it. He was like, "This is where you were at," and I was in a city called Gilbert, probably about 25 miles away. It's not too far, and so then he would realize, he was like, "You know what? It's not that far. Where we're from, it seemed like it's a world away because, but it wasn't that far, but because he didn't know that side, all was Phoenix, you know, and it was kind of sad because, you know, that we grew up is just, that's all we knew, and then he saw all the other, you know, he could, so he could open up his mind. I mean, because the thing about Daniel too, he's very his mind was so open where he could always be thinking. Daniel was always thinking about things, you know, like he never just did things just to do things. There were things that he thought, you know, except, you know, like when he you know, off on people, those are like where the frustration would just get the best of him, and he didn't know how to handle it, you know, deal with it. But other than that, I mean, he very, you know, he would think about a lot of things, you know. And just like I said, he would have
You have 1 minute left.
way more friends than he did enemies, you know, way more friends. So that's something people should know, you know.
Go ahead, Vid.
Yeah, he's very personable. When we were in the joint, everybody used to get along with that fool.
Yep. Well, that was my thing, Greyhound, that I was saying earlier. If Daniel wasn't well liked, he wouldn't have had about 10 against us. Everybody liked Daniel. Daniel could talk. Daniel could talk to Arabs. Daniel had a way with people, and he was very influential. He people, but that's what people don't looking at. There's a lot of neighborhoods that follow Daniel.
Thank you for using Securus. Bye.
They wouldn't have been following him. You know
Yeah,
what
I seen the comments about that on Facebook about like guys, you know, sending their condolences and stuff, saying that they were from a different neighborhood and you know what I mean, and they got along with him and shit. They respected him
I mean? Yeah,
because he was cool with everybody.
yeah. I mean, these are the biggest neighborhoods in Phoenix that are following. They're not like little neighborhoods. They were the biggest neighborhoods. You know, they were the ones like the most known neighborhoods, and those neighborhoods wouldn't have their name behind, you know, letting their names, you know, behind Daniel. You know what I mean? Or letting, you know, people know that they were connected with Daniel if he wasn't influential. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Those people don't. They need to go back and understand that Daniel was well liked, and that shows right there. You know, he was well liked. You know, so that's what I'm saying. The ones he had trouble with are that's
And
part
this
two.
call, I'm gonna end the
There's
live
not many.
because I have to get to work. It's already 7.
So
So
yeah,
after this call with him, it's 20 minutes. I'm gonna have to end the live because I'm gonna be late to work. I
Yeah, I
squeezed
gotta
this
get
in
it gone
between
by
my jobs.
6:30.
Yeah, see, I was
I got a
supposed to be there
birthday
at
party.
7:30 our time and it's already 7. So I was
okay.
like, after this one, I'll be late to work. Fuck it.
Just don't
But just don't what?
get in trouble.
Oh, I was telling my husband, my first job is my meat. This job's just my side dishes. You know what I mean? Because I like to spend and shit. So
Oh damn! There were nine people hurt in Tucson mass shooting. There was a mass shooting in Tucson yesterday, I guess.
yeah, I seen that.
9 people. Wow, I didn't know that.
Phoenix is wild.
No,
Arizona's just. I followed the news channels. And I'm like, God damn! There's always some craziness going on.
yeah, but no, this was in Tucson. Tucson's 90
Oh,
miles.
I know. My son's out in Tucson.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother area.
So in Colorado, I know like between Denver and Pueblo is like the same between Phoenix and Tucson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would probably be like the same thing.
You just made me dizzy, JD. Look at this fancy shit.
Oh, there was two groups fighting. They injured the suspect. Cop shot somebody too. But how's everything, Greyhound? Are you okay? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's cool. I've been taking this entrepreneur class every Tuesday. I like this class. It's pretty good.
We've been taking this class.
It's like that's what I'm into right now. Just focus on. I got a gang of homeowners. I'm working on a pitch because we have to come up with like our own businesses and shit. Like either something we created or something that already exists, but you're improving on it. So mine is green chili hot wings. So it's a food trader selling green chili hot wings because there's no green chili hot wings on the market right now. So I came up with a whole business plan for it and everything like that. And I got to do a business piece. So on the 28th, we have this big little event with people coming from the streets and shit. And I got to pitch this thing to business people from the streets and shit about the business that I came up with. So that's what I've been working on.
Oh, nice.
He's gonna try to actually pitch it to my mom because my mom's trying to get into a business.
Green chili and wings.
Green chili hot wings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Pueblo has green chili, right? Are they the green chilies from Pueblo or the green chilies from Hatch?
I did both, so I made them. I came up with it because I make green chili, so I came up and made a whole plate and sent it to him, and like my kids love it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I use the Hatch, and then I use three different kinds of chilies, like trying to mess with it.
Uh-huh.
So
You're experimenting with it?
yeah.
Green chili hot wings.
Yeah, you know what? No one has those. No one has it. You know, you guys should try to put a patent on it because no one has it yet.
Yeah. So he's gonna pitch it, like seriously pitch it to my mom, because my mom will invest in it and get it up and going. But so once he gets the whole pitch done for his class, he's gonna pitch it to my mom.
But the key is you have to get a patent on it so no one can use it without your guys' permission.
Yeah, and we got a whole name and everything, so I'm working on all that right now. That's why I said we're in this class. Because it's him taking it, but I'm doing all the footwork and shit.
Yeah. That's good.
So
Yeah.
I technically have 3 jobs. This man keeps me busy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You remember Luke Longley? He played for the Lobos in New Mexico. He started shipping red chili out too.
He played
where he
too.
Yeah. No, I know. He was shipping it out to where he lived, and they were killing the game with that red chili.
Yeah, he was from Australia.
Australia, yep.
I remember him. Big center.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see, because then I'll have to send you guys some out there once I get it going good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we're next month. Right now we're in chili season, right?
No, it starts next month. The beginning of next month is
July
the
and
peak
August.
season.
August.
August. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
When was it? 2 or 3 years ago that I was over there. I went to Pueblo.
it was 2. I was supposed to go meet you at the chili festival.
Yeah, 3, and then I went over there specifically for that, and I went to Pueblo to. Yeah, it was the 30th anniversary for their festival in Pueblo for the green chili, and I had the green chili. It was a little different from Hatch. It was more pickly than Hatch's. But
You think so?
yeah, they're both good. They're both good, but they're both they're different. they're different, but they're both good. It like you one's not better than the other. It's pretty much your opinion, or what you grow up with. You're gonna say that one's better because you're used
So
to.
I grew up with both of them.
Oh, did you?
So yeah, so I trip out when everybody starts arguing about it because I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't get it. Like some seasons it'll be super hot, and some seasons, no matter what, it's just like, it has a little bit of flavor. You know what I mean? But I grew up with both of them. Like I was telling him, now next month I'll drive out to New Mexico and get me 2 bushels, and then
Oh.
I'll get me 2 bushels from here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Stores don't do it because Food City over here, Food City will get big bags from there, and they roast them for you in the store.
those are the bushels, and they're those big,
The brown sacks.
the brown sacks. Yeah.
Yeah, they get them and they sell them over here at Food City.
Have you tried it, JD?
No.
What? I have to send you and your wife some.
Yeah,
I mean, I tried green chili, but I mean, I think it's from New Mexico. I don't really try that from Colorado. Her brother
That's
lives
what I'm
up there
saying.
as well,
Like when
too.
I go, because I get 2 bushels and then freeze them and stuff, I have to send you one from each, from New Mexico and Colorado, and see if you could tell a difference.
yeah. It was just, I think, pretty much preference. Whatever one you like.
I don't see a difference. Like honestly, I don't. Like I've never have, and I've always, I guess, because I grew up with both of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think it's retarded. Everybody's always arguing. They get into some big old fights over chili. Whose
Yeah.
chili's better? And I'm like,
They're
it's
good.
fucking food.
They're both good. I
Yeah.
say they're both good. You know what I mean? And they're both good.
We think our problems in Arizona or something. Imagine having to fight over chili.
Dave,
Hey,
don't
Graham,
get beat up.
on their hand. They have too much time on their hand to be fighting over chili.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
They'll be fighting over Carolinas or Ritos.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
I just get one of each. Those are good.
yeah.
It depends on the circles you're in, babe. But like the debate between normal people is the fucking chili.
That's funny.
I'm trying to downplay my state, sucker. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys getting on with us. I appreciate all the positive comments and that we didn't have nobody disrespectful on here because I was a little bit worried about that. So I appreciate everybody watching us and talking about Daniel in a positive light instead of all this. Oh, I already know. Tim said Daniel would debate you, girl. Like if you go back and look at us, he's like, it's the girls against the guys, and we were always arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling my husband. I was like brother and sister shit. Like we were always, I didn't always agree with his shit. Like we would fight, but it was funny. It was always love. You know what I mean?
Even with me, I mean, there would be some we would disagree on, but then and then that was it. Like I mean, that was the thing about Daniel. If he felt you're wrong, he's gonna tell you you're wrong. You know what I mean, or why he feels that way. But at the end of the day, he's just not gonna get mad where he's not gonna want to talk to you again. You know, like okay, we're good. We just we can agree to disagree. That's the kind of friend he was.
Yeah.
So if you can agree to disagree, that says a lot about a person.
So him and my husband are the only ones I've ever known that tell me that. We'll agree to disagree because
Yeah.
I'll keep going too. Like I'm not gonna shut up.
Yeah. But if someone gets pissed off at you and doesn't want to talk to you again just because you don't believe what they believe, then that's not a friend.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
childish. Like no, everybody doesn't have to agree on everything.
Yeah, because we're different people. We're all different, and we're all gonna think different. And then but like a lot of times we would talk about things, and there was stuff he wouldn't agree with, and I'll tell him, well, tell me why. And then I said, if you feel that way, tell me why. And then he would tell me an hour long reason why. You know what I mean?
And he would too. You're like trying to change the subject and he's still going. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I go, okay. I can understand it more because you went all the way in you told me, that's how what you think, and then I'll tell you why, and then at the end we'll compare our notes, and then then we'll talk about it.
You guys are funny because with him and my husband, I would zone out on them. I'll let them go off and then I'll be like, huh? What? All
Yeah.
right, what are we talking about? I'm gonna go get some ice cream or something. Like, I don't got time for this. But I'll miss that. I'll miss debating with Daniel. I'll miss getting on live. I regret not being able to do it more when I stopped doing it. But at least we do have the videos. I still have a lot of messages from him. We at least have all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the whole thing is like remembering the good and not the bad, because there's way more good than there is bad that we know of them. And a lot of it, where we've shared a lot with people so people could understand. And so there's not, that bad that they saw, that's the bad that they want to see, because they're always going to paint, have a negative feel towards, you know what I mean, to bring someone down. And that's unfortunate that our people are like that, and but it's our history. We're always dragging each other down, as a people.
Yeah, and that's sad. I just think that when somebody dies, like regardless, you didn't like them, that's cool. Just leave it at that. Like all this extra shit is just dumb. Like they can't defend themselves at this point anymore. They're not here with us, so leave it alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You're making yourself look like a fool, and you're debating with yourself because he can't debate with you.
Yeah.
So it's whatever at this point.
Yeah, but well, that's it. Yeah, we just gotta, just like I said in my post, it's just like now, Daniel was tired. He was having a lot of health problems too. So you know what I mean, and he was in a lot of pain. But that was the thing about it. He didn't let anyone know, his pain, and that's the kind of person he was. He didn't really want people to know that. You know what I mean, and he dealt with it himself. He kept a lot of that inside, and he was hurting. And so it's just like now where I said, he can rest now. He's finally at peace. He can rest. And, he was tired,
And I don't understand how he sit on this stuff for so long because it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Okay, babe, go ahead and close this out because I gotta get myself to work. I gotta go to my potatoes job.
This for Daniel, you know what I mean? You guys, you're my friend, you're my brother, you're my big homie, you're my day one, and I'll never forget you. I'm gonna hold you close, homie. I love you, and I know you're looking down on me. I'm still here. I'm holding it down always. I represent you the way you represented me. And to your family, and to all of our friends, we love you. Keep your heads up. And everybody that got the homies back, I appreciate you. I know he wasn't the easiest person to know, but he was our person. He was our friend, and I love him. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys want to say anything else?
Yeah, no, just yeah, that's how we feel. Same way, Greyhound. I mean, yeah, and moving forward, we're riding with you too, man. Hoping on a way you can get out, get out and be with your family as well, and just keep in touch, and Naomi, keep in touch also, and let us know when you do the show so that way we can get on and continue it.
Well, I'll talk to you and JD later after this.
Okay.
All right.
Eat.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have-
Thank you.
Good night.